perhaps a perfect note to introduce to all of you as the campaign ambassador of this year's Greenathon, Priyanka Chopra, who is not only one of the Mumbai film industry's best actresses, but it's a great pleasure to have you on board this year as the campaign ambassador, both to, as I said, be awake with us for those 24 hours of the Greenathon, but also to be giving us as many ideas as you possibly can as to what we should do, not just on the Greenathon, but also to keep awareness going in the months leading up to that. Priyanka.
Thank you very much, Vikram. I can't explain how excited I am to be a part of this panel of people, first and foremost, Mr. Ramesh, Dr. Pachori, Dr. Roy, Toyota, NDTV, who have put together such a fantastic initiative. I mean, it's something that all of us have heard, all of us know about. We all understand that, yes, the environment is troubled, and we all read about it in the newspapers every day. But what do we do? In fact, we were discussing just earlier, I don't think it's ever happened, and I don't think it'll happen too much, that a country has had such a huge number of youth in terms of their population in a country as India does today. Our youth drives us, and I know it's my generation, and what can we do to motivate them to make simplistic changes? We're talking about lifestyle changes, we're talking about what we can do. I think the greatest strength that we have with the power of NDTV today is to sit here and tell people the simple things that you can do, which will not drastically change your life, because everybody will have a problem with that. I mean, let's be practical over here. And tomorrow if I tell you, okay, stop using your car and, just take public transportation, you're going to get up and question it. And you're going to say, I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not even saying it's got to be a drastic move. It's the little things that matter. You start with the little things. It becomes bigger. It becomes much, much bigger over time. And we have that kind of time. Right now, we can see those things that shock me. I'm a part of this generation which is cynical and questions everything that... I don't mind doing one of these things, or I don't mind making a little change in my life, but am I going to make a difference? I'm just one person. But it starts like that. Like Mr. Ramesh just said, you start with your own self. I mean, it takes little things, which I've realized when Mumbai was going through this major water crisis. I sat back and thought, water? I mean, that's something you take completely for granted. People are getting killed over water. I'm being told that, I'm not going to be getting water in my house. It's the most basic requirement of being human, which we are having trouble with. I mean, that really shook me. And I think that's what my involvement with the Greenathon this year, I want to be a part of, to make sure people understand that, I'm at the same place. I'm this generation who asks these questions, who says, what can I do? I really want to help. I want to do something, but what can I do? And that's what I think we will put out this year, and at least that's what I want to work with NDTV for, and see if we can explain to people that it's the simple things that we can do and which will make a difference. I have to say that, like we said, the small things that we take for granted, when the lights go out in our house for 4 hours, we complain. 60% of India lives without lights after sunset. And what happened with NDTV last year and lighting up 1 billion lives, I think was a huge campaign. It's the smallest thing that you've done. I mean, a child may not be able to study for his board exams, which he'll be going for, 5 miles away to school for. He comes back, he can't study because after 6 o'clock he doesn't have light in his house. I mean, it's the most basic thing that we take for granted. But that is something that they have done, and I have to congratulate that initiative in a huge, huge way. I think, another thing which we're talking about is raising money and giving your time. People wonder how to get involved, how to make a difference. But there'll be a lot of ways that we will explain to people that you can give your time. I'm not saying go downstairs in your building and plant a tree. I'm not saying that. I'm saying get involved in initiatives which help you do that.
Tuba.com,